Attacks are a global problem, and securing against them requires a global solution. That means working with allies worldwide. Ambassador Omar Arouna is managing partner at US-Africa Cybersecurity Group and former ambassador of Benin to the United States. He works on securing digital assets around Africa. Nice to see you, sir.
Hello, Greta.
All right, explain to me, since we're now a global economy, what happens if a bank in an African nation gets hacked?
Well, you see, when a bank in an African nation gets hacked, it destabilizes the whole world financial system. That's one thing. I'll give you a simple example. In Nigeria currently, I think all the major U.S. oil companies are working in Nigeria. They're investing in stock over there. They're investing about $3.5 billion in stock over there. Think about that. A bank or the financial system in Nigeria get hacked, and all that investment is a loss. Obviously, there is a repercussion for those major oil company. So that's some of the things that can happen easily when you're talking about cybersecurity abroad.
That's the direct financial cost of bank. What does it do to destabilizing a nation such as Nigeria?
Destabilizing a nation, you know, is finance is always a destabilizing factor in any economy. And you think about that, there is people don't get paid. There is a riot on a street, and the next thing you know, things are out of hand. Government is toppled, and if it's a friendly government to the U.S., then is another issue, which is a big diplomatic issue. And let us assume that during that period of time, there is a major vote that is taking place at the UN Security Council, and then the U.S. need that vote. It's gone.
So basically, no one's alone. We're all interconnected with each other at this point.
We're all interconnected, and you know, the weakest link is always the door for disaster, and we need to face the weakest link.
Where's the weakest spot in terms of, as you look at this, like it's on the African continent? What worries you the most about cybersecurity?
If I tell you that out of 54 countries in Africa, only 20%, I mean 30 of them don't have any cybersecurity regulation. Zero.
And could they impact other parts of the world?
Obviously, yes, because you have these countries who are part of the concert of nations and the active economies that contribute to the world. And they think about it also. Africa has the fastest growing economy in the world. And so, yes, there is a major impact just overlooking Africa.
And those are the countries that don't have any cybersecurity at all?
Yes.
And are other nations at least trying to step in and help them implement cybersecurity? Because it's going to affect everybody if they have a problem.
It will affect everybody. But then again, in Africa, when you say cybersecurity, you're talking about the one who have some cybersecurity is not really adequate. It's just below standard. I'm not even talking about below standard. I'm talking about below standard. So we're talking about cybersecurity as something that can is not one size fits all. However, we lacking behind in Africa, no regulation.
So here in the United States, we could have great cybersecurity, offensively, defensively. We could do what we could to fight against hacking, virus, worms. But if Africa is not secure, or some other part of the world, we're not secure.
You're not secure at all. You're not secure at all. There is a broadband that goes around Africa. In Tanzania, for example, there is a lot of U.S. multinationals that are out there and working. If a hacker or a cyber criminal need to access headquarters here, they can use the multinational offices on the ground to attack the U.S. So nobody is secure unless everybody is secure.
Ambassador, nice to talk to you, but of course you've scared me.